When I first came here, there was a waiting list to come to Tilery. It was an area that people wanted to live on, had a good, strong reputation. All the properties were full, we didn't have any voids at that time. And then over the 6 years, as with all areas of social housing, it happens everywhere. You get peaks and troughs. You know, we had like a spate of antisocial behaviour in the middle of those 6 years. It is common everywhere, it's not just like Tilery estate. We worked as a collective to try and get the issues sorted out, and you know, some of them didn't get sorted out as quick as tenants would like in certain parts of the estate. From our housing association and myself, you know, we were working, if we had any particular tenancy issues, they were getting dealt with. But collectively as an estate, things then start to snowball, and it's like the broken window effect. You get one thing, then you'll get another, and then you get another, then it gets a reputation. But now we have a waiting list for Tilery again. We have people who want to be here. It's done that full circle, and it's through all the hard work of the people that live here. Fundamentally, they wanted change, and slowly it's coming back around.
I'm 82 years old and I live on Tilery Estate. I've been on here for the last 18 months. But as you can tell, I'm not a northeasterner. I come from Kent, but I've been up here about 35 years. The reason I'm up here is I joined the army when I was 16, and I was at Barnard Castle about a year before I finished, and I liked it up here so much that I decided to stay. I've been in Stockton about 20 years, and I lived in my own home. I've never lived on an estate before, but I had to move because I developed Parkinson's disease and neuropathy, which is nerve end damage. And so I asked if I could get a bungalow, and I got a bungalow, which is just at the back here. So I came down and I walked around and spoke to different people, particularly the elderly. We were all elderly in the bungalows, and found that I think I would quite like to come, so I came. I find that the community is great, and I like living on this estate. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, to be honest.
Yes, I'm Stephen Conway, and I help my partner Linda Walker to run the Tilery Community Centre, and it's called the Frank Wiseman Centre. We decided we'd take it over and start courses like the painting and the decorating, arts and crafts, bingo nights for the pensioners and that. You know, anything that you want to do, or even if you want, just pop in for a cup of tea, you know, and a chat.
We run the Frank Wiseman Centre in the centre of the estate just to give something back to the community. It's all voluntary. Really just what they want to do in the centre we try to provide for them, because I care about the community in a big way.
The likes of the younger girls who've got kids, this centre's here if they want to set up their own mother and toddler group. They can come in for a coffee, get a natter, they can come paint and knit, and they do now. A lot of them are starting to come in. So on a Wednesday where there was only a few of us sat knitting, now it's packed in here, and the kids play over there in the corner with all the toys that we've got, and the grown-ups sit and knit, crochet, paint, and they all have a natter.
The community centre is the ideal place. You need a centre point, and this is certainly the centre point for me. I came here, they made me welcome. I started to get to know people, and I used to have 2 boxer dogs, Cassie and Roger, and used to walk over the fields, and the kids used to make a fuss of them when to go to school. And I found that walking around here, the same kids are now parents of younger kids, and they know me from those times, you know, so it's nice to do that.
When I moved onto this estate, I didn't know anybody on the estate whatsoever. All my family lived in another town in Billingham, and it was the first time I'd ever lived in Stockton. And it's like I say, when I moved on this estate, it just empowered me, it made me feel strong, because I was part of a community.
Times that have changed, but the people haven't changed. They're still the same nice people.
Oh, we see a lot of generosity. As I say, even for instance, when someone passed away, the money that was raised for them people because they didn't have a lot of money. I think for one charity we raised £4,000 in one day, and that was for North-Tees Hospital, in the name of a little boy who passed away. He was severely disabled, Regan, but he was a community child, everyone loved him.
After the funeral, they had a big fun day here. The wall in North-Tees, going down to the children's ward, is all being painted as a seaside scene, and there's a little ice cream man and he's got Regan's Rest over the top with a rainbow. That paid for that. They ordered 3 children's blood pressure machines, and that's all in Regan's name.
But the Regan Jack Ward in his name, it's lovely, isn't it? But that's what the community done on here.
We're in the Frank Wiseman Centre on Tilery Estate, and it's what we've put on is a pie and pea night and a bingo night for like the local people. And it's also to raise money for the pantomime for Christmas for the kids. Because we're putting a pantomime on for them at the Forum at Billingham. So the money that we make tonight, it's all to help out. I am the bingo caller. So I'll just be sat here and shouting the numbers out, which I don't mind doing. I enjoy doing it, so, you know, keeps me busy as well. One little duck, number 2.
Well, I think for an estate to have a community centre, it's like the heart of the community. You'll get the older generation coming in, who then bring the younger generation in, who then bring the children in. And I think that's where everything is like, it's word of mouth, and if you've got a good community, you've got a good centre.
The centre keeps the community together. This is the hub of the community, I'd say. Like, we have the councillors that pop in and that, so people can come and talk to them. They can air the grievances about what's going on the estate.
It's a pleasure to chair the community meeting. It's hard work, but because I know the people, I know who to shh to.
Once a month, we have a residents' meeting. That's a chance for the residents to get their voice heard when all the agencies turn up and talk about what's important to them on the estate.
We're quite open about the fact that if there's an issue, please come and tell us. And that's one of the reasons why I attend the Local Residents Association, because it's easier when you're on first name terms for people to say, do you know that so-and-so's going on?
The credit union, there's quite an awful lot of people saving credit union. The loans that they do gives them the opportunity to have a loan for something that they need and not have to go to street lenders or pay high interest rates on other loans. Well, they're more empowered to do what they want when they can get a loan and not be worried about somebody knocking on the door for all the money.
We're at the Frank Wiseman again on Wednesday for the knitting and crafts, which we do every week for like the locals, and it's also dropping for the you know, children and that as well. We seem to be getting a few more in now, you know. It's getting nice and busy, so there's so many of them doing the paintings, and we have like boxes that we have over there that colour in and that, and it's all to put together for Christmas when we have the Christmas fair, you know, so they can have a big fair and that and have the kids in. And then, like I say, we've got the old ladies knitting circle over there, as you can hear, the Twitterers, but they enjoy it because they get out of each, you know, they get together and reminisce on old times and things like that, which is good. Most of them grew up around this area, see, and have realised how down it's got over the years and that, but like I say, since we took full control of this place, it's picking up, and we've got more coming in, and more people are talking to each other. What I'm doing is just putting hinges on these boxes. It was a load that I'd bought cheap, you know, because they were broke. So I put hinges on them, and what they are is like keepsake boxes for the mothers and fathers and that for the kids for Christmas. So we sell them at Christmas time, but the money that comes off them goes back into the centre, see, so... And they're only cheap. Bet them go to the shops and paying a fortune for them. And it keeps us busy, you know, and hopefully we'll get some more people in to help out, because I've got about 30 of them to do.
As long as people like Linda and Steve are prepared to volunteer and put their time in, you know, there's a tremendous future, because they will actually encourage other people, they will become involved, and that's what creates community. It's leadership in communities. It's no good talking about, you know, elected politicians. It's actually people on the ground in the community. They're the ones that are in touch with their neighbours and their friends locally, and they're the ones that can actually build for the future.
The Accent Community Garden, it's been in place for 5 years. It's given people the opportunity to grow their own fruit and veg. It's given people the opportunity to get out in the fresh air, to chat with people, learn new skills, and to really just sort of promote sort of health and well-being. And it's free, and it's on the doorstep.
We do things for the old age pensioners. We have a specific plot for the pensioners, so everything goes in there and it's grown, and it comes out and it comes in here and gets divided amongst the pensioners.
There's a few now that's really, really keen on the gardening, so I can see them in the near future turning out to be really good gardeners because they enjoy doing the work and they love being there. Some of them can't wait to get out of school to get on the garden.
John, who was an absolutely amazing gardener, has done an excellent job. He's built beds up for disabled people and things like that.
Anybody who's got anything they want to grow in the garden, if they fetch it along, we'll plant it for them. If they want to put seeds in, plants in, we'll put them in, because we've got plenty of room. And then the other thing is to get the kids to understand things. You put a little seed in the soil and it grows to something big and different, you know. And it's an understanding for them.
What's so good about it, we have the mixed community, we have the old ones, the middle-aged ones, and even the very young ones, you know, like 16, 17, 18-year-olds. It's great, we all come together as a community. And that's how we get to know people and all, isn't it?
You get the older ones teaching their children, and when they have children, they teach their children. So it's a knock-on effect. If they get a good footing, then they pass it down to generations, and they take pride in their community.
North Shore Academy was formed from two predecessor schools, one of which was just outside this area, the other one was about 3 miles away. It was decided that when the new building was going to be erected, it would be put in Tilery. As far as we were concerned, it was like a fresh start. On the estate, I think I would like to think, and hope the residents would tell me if it's not true, I would like to think that we've shown that you can have a large secondary school on the entrance to the estate without causing any of the troubles that people imagined they would have. We have students that work on the local allotments. We've had volunteers from the estate coming and work with our students on the gardens on the school site. And we have students who do voluntary work in the community centre and the residential homes for older people. And we've worked with the local primary school as well.
So yes, we're in Tilery Primary School, which is actually in Stockton-on-Tees, just on the edge of the town centre. Today is a very exciting day. It's our 6th Lantern Parade, where we hope, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably have at least 250 people who will be parading around the estate this evening with their rather wonderful homemade lanterns. So it's going to be a fantastic day for the whole community to come together. Children, grown-ups, brothers, sisters, the whole caboodle really, all to be together. Different groups from the community. It really is very much a celebratory event where we can all feel very proud of what we can do when we put our minds to it.
We've been involved with the school for the Lantern Parade, which goes on like every year, and it's getting bigger and bigger and better. It's very good because it gets them all together. You know, when the parade and all the parents come out and the streets are full and the kids are laughing, you know, with the mums and dads, and there's people following them down the street. So it brings a full community together. I think they're using the minds all the time, seeing whether it's the kids or whether it's the grown-ups that are thinking, no, well, I can do this now because I've done that and I can go one better. You know, we were expecting one year to come and there'd be a big balloon or something outside ready to take off, and there'd be, you know, pumping air into it and going on the estate. But they haven't come to that yet.
The Lantern Parade's fab, the kids and even the adults, they all love it. As the first lot go past, you think, where's the end of the queue? And they just keep coming and coming and coming, it's just brilliant.
Start in the school and it'll snake through the estate, so it snakes through Tilery and Portrack, and you will get people at the window or in the garden giving you a wave and looking out to see what everybody's done, and it does give you a really good feel of a good atmosphere.
Something special about the lanterns being together for one, it's probably only 15 minutes, 20 minutes only. The choir will sing, we'll all sing a joint song, the kind of final celebration, and then it's almost like the light is turned out. That's it. That's it for a year. It's a kind of magical feeling that, and I think people go home thinking, wonder what I'll do next year for my lantern.
This is a great community, I'm telling you. It really is. Especially if people need anyone. Like, for instance, we've had a few deaths on here just lately. But everyone rallies around everyone. We do everything, we're there for them. I think we're self-sufficient, I will call us. Because there's always somebody on this estate can do something we need. Like, one can cook, one will do all the babies' cardigans, one will do all the babies' blankets. If there's say a spread for after a death road, we all do it, them will cook, we all rally round and we do that for them. So that's one good thing about this estate, we are behind each other, and that's great.
It's such a lovely, lovely place to live. People might say I'm crazy, but I'm not. It's a lovely place to live. Stockton and Tilery. The community is amazing, absolutely amazing. When anything happens, it's like a big cuddle. They give you a big cuddle and they protect you. Whether you've lived here for a long time or not, in my experience, the community cared about me from the beginning, from the day I moved on the estate.
Tilery means a lot to me because, like I said, I was brought up around the area. I've been out the area, I've been working down south and places like that, but you know, it's when you've got good roots and good people, you always come back, no matter what goes on in between.
Tilery to me is the place where I brought my 2 children up, and the estate itself is like an extended family.
I love this estate. I really do. And everyone on it.
I love this northeast and I love this estate. I think they're great.
The Tilery estate, the future holds nothing but good things, positive things. It's going to go from strength to strength.